transition.
Yeah, let's do this.
We're over.
And hello, and welcome to Drink and Think Trivia. It is your wonderful, beautiful Thursday night crew at slightly a little past 7 because you know what? Sometimes Doug and I need to talk about our feelings and have a little bit of a cry.
Yep.
Doug, are you feeling better?
Yeah.
A little bit?
A little bit.
Oh, no, that was a little bit of a cry, but you also feel a little bit better. So see, we're getting there.
Yeah.
As you can see to my left or right, depending on how you're looking at your screen, but definitely to the left for me is my beautiful, sexy co-host. Co-host? Are we co-hosting this?
I don't.
Oh, he is a co-ho, but that's besides the point, dear. In his sleeveless, sexy Avs champion shirt and beautiful bandana, that is Douglas the Third Durgington, my best friend and beautiful man. Doug, how are we tonight?
We are doing well, my good friend. And for those of you who are watching on my, well, actually it's below me, but on my right, maybe your left. I don't know. Who cares?
Directions aren't important.
This is Mr. Sarge.
It is me.
Applause, 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 applause.
Bandarama.
Oh no! Hey, the bandana is the look now. I'm sorry for all of you who are like, "Oh,
This is Doug.
This looks stupid." That's what encouraged me. People never say that.
This is Doug now. This is what you get.
This is who I am.
Don't hate me for being me. Sadly, you didn't come here to listen to us talk about each other or our beautiful good looks. You came here to play trivia and answer questions. So as you can see on your screen, we have the beautiful, wonderful QR code thing up in the top right corner. Just scan that thing. It will give you Triv Now, which will let you answer your questions. This is not a in Twitch chat answer. It is an app that will give you questions that we will read to you, and then you can answer them. As always...
It's not a phase out.
Not a phase. As always, we have 3 rules here. Doug, what is rule number 1?
Don't be a dick.
Sign. There it is. Easy peasy. After rule number 1, we have rule number 2, which is...
Don't be a dick.
Rule number 1, duh. And finally, because we got bored of saying the same thing over and over again, Doug, what is rule number 3?
You do you, boo-boo.
Which basically means you do your own thing. Be happy, have fun, but not at the expense of others, which causes you to be a dick.
Yep.
Cheating would be qualified as being a dick. Making fun of other people would be qualifying as being a dick. General miscreancy? I don't know. There was a word I wanted there that doesn't exist, but don't be a miscreant and don't be a dick.
We're all stuck on this. We're all stuck on this mud ball, flying through space at ridiculous speeds. Why waste the time being mean to each other? Just don't be a dick. It's that easy.
There it is. Plain and simple. That's why we got a sign.
Yep.
In fact, we need to get another sign. I need to get a sign too. We need to have 2 of them.
I'm gonna get you a sign.
Yeah, we're gonna work on that.
We'll work on it.
Other than that, those are the rules for the night. We have 8 beautiful categories as usual. 8? It is 8, isn't there? Or is it 6?
6.
It's 6 rounds of 8. It's 6 rounds of 8. I got there.
Yeah.
Math's hard, you know. Numbers, math, directions. That's not what we're good at.
We used to do 8 of 6, and now it's 6 of 8. And we're like, yeah, we're gonna shorten it, and we didn't shorten it. So.
But guess what, Doug? You know what we are good at?
Reading questions.
Drinking. What are we drinking tonight?
I'm gonna start with this. I'm gonna switch over afterwards, but I am drinking Beach Bod, which
Oh yeah, you are.
for anything
I didn't realize that you could bottle your own sweat.
for anything, I do not have a Beach Bod. I have a Dad Bod, and that's being generous. It's a watermelon wit beer by Salas, who is, I believe, up in Sterling, over in Sterling, Virginia.
Nice.
So over by Rocket Frog, actually.
There you go.
Um,
Speaking of which, we are at Rocket Frog again tonight, as always.
yep,
Which basically means they get the big giant frog in the corner.
a Yingling flight. Joe Titus over here crushing it.
Nailing it. I
got
went
for
as
us?
basic. I went as basic as I could go. This is Busch Light, but it is apple because we all know that I have to have apple. That's how it works.
That is not basic, sir. That is beautiful.
It's water, Doug, with a little bit of Jolly Rancher apple in it. Let's be
And
honest.
I would totally drink water with Jolly Rancher apple in it.
You're not wrong.
Or
All right, so
Jolly Rancher watermelon, which I will say, Jolly Rancher watermelon is the superior flavor. Don't at me, bro.
I'll take grape all day long.
Oh, grape!
I love me some
grape
grape
is a
Jolly
great, like, as far as the hierarchy goes, like grape is a solid contender for like enjoyable.
I
Like
love
it's
grape Jolly Rancher.
for me it is 100% watermelon, and then apple,
Apple's good.
and then
apple's good.
grape and cherry kind of go back and forth.
I like grape and cherry, but I would argue if you haven't had it, peach is amazing as a Jolly Rancher flavor.
I've not had peach
It's
yet.
very niche. If you ever get a chance to have a peach Jolly Rancher, go for it. They're really good. But other than our Jolly Rancher talk, we have our drinks, we have our thinks. You know what to do. You know how the rules work. Let's check in on our favorite category as always. Doug, you ready for? Wait. Are there any announcements tonight?
Well, the usual announcements that we have had the last couple weeks. So if you've been with us the last couple weeks, then you know what I'm about to say. First announcement is we did get invited to SporkleCon in DC, September 20. You know, you think at this point I would have memorized the date, but I really haven't. 20-something. Up in DC.
Hey, we got a link over there in chat, so
Yeah.
it's all
So
good.
if you want a discount, we have $20 off tickets. Use code DRINKTHINK. It's gonna be a good time. We are hosting on Saturday, so if you want to go one day just to see us, Saturday 1 o'clock we will be hosting. We'll have a table all weekend. We'll probably be streaming, honestly, from the table because I'm sure we're gonna get bored or something. I don't know. Who cares?
Yep.
But aside from that, yeah, we're gonna be at SporkleCon, which is just awesome. If at the very least for us, it's gonna be exposure, and more people will come to Twitch. So who knows?
There you go.
Aside from that, every Thursday we do the normal thing. Theme night is going to be this month is going to be Friends.
Friends.
So that'll be the 28th. So 2 weeks from now.
You got plenty of time to study up on the show that is Friends. If you haven't watched it, like, say, me, it's everywhere. It's somewhere, I guarantee you. Because Friends is that dang popular.
It's also been over for several years, so you don't
Oh,
have to worry about like watching the new stuff or anything.
That show is done.
Yep.
All right, so we've done the drinking, we've done the thinking, we've done the announcing. Are you ready for current events?
I think you can take the first one because you were the one who found this.
No, I'm sorry, I had to say Brian again. Brain, I wonder what we're gonna do to start with tonight. That's right, it's current events time. In the land of Florida, a Florida man recently had to kill his neighbor's pet what in self-defense because that SOB was trying to get him. Yeah, a little typo by me because I did write up the question. But so this Florida man had to fight his neighbor's pet what and ended up killing it. One shot, might I add, like Ronnie.
One shot.
Can't confirm on HBO Max. It was one shot. They re-brought it up today on the radio. It was amazing. Like
that was listening to the audio is fantastic. Look it up after we give you the answer, but you can look this up and the audio alone is hysterical.
What did they think I was gonna do? Call this animal police? I think my favorite part of the soundbite once we get Caitlin Granby in with her answer was the end of this. His end soundbite was brilliant.
I swear, Florida Man would have my vote every time if they ran. Not just a Florida Man, the Florida Man.
Florida Man.
Which I don't.
Oh yeah.
It's like Excalibur, but I don't know. Like I don't know. He fished the Bud Light out of the lake or something like that, and that's how he became the one true Florida Man.
Dude. He down in the bayou and he come across a beautiful natty light, but it was stuck between two trees with an alligator guarding it. What did he do? He soothed the mighty alligator, split the tree, and came out with that bush light in hand.
I was gonna say he slept with the alligator, but yeah, that works too.
What do you think soothe meant? This was PG. We aren't drunk yet.
That's fair. That's fair. All right.
Hey, Caitlin hasn't checked in yet, but
Caitlin,
you need to
sure
answer the question on the app.
Yeah, make sure you hit submit in the app if you want to get your answer in. But
the correct answer, it was a chicken. So this dude literally in his redneck Florida accent is like, can you believe it? My neighbor's chicken come over, he looked at me and all I heard was peck, 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 peck. And I tried to walk away from it, peck, 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 peck. So I turned around and grabbed a stick, and it's one shot, man. It's just the luckiest thing I ever done. And then He comes over here trying to get me arrested with the police. Who am I going to call? The chicken police? What am I calling here? Chickens die every day. KFC, Churches, Zaxby's. And then he looked at the camera. The dude broke the fourth wall and said, "Y'all eating them?" And that was the end of the soundbite. It was amazing.
I will pay for his legal defense. Like,
I know.
If they go
Look,
to
bro,
court,
it was self-defense. Chickens are mean. Go with it.
Chickens are so mean.
They are. I've been there. We raised them for a while.
Anyway, so question number 2. Looks like ketchup just won't be a part of Pittsburgh tradition anymore since it was recently bought out, and the new stadium is going to be called what? Meanwhile, the rest of the country doesn't care because no one cares about Pittsburgh.
I would like to say that in my iteration of this question.
It should say
go ahead.
It should say Heinz ketchup.
It should say Heinz. In my iteration of this question, I definitely called Pittsburgh Yinzerland.
Yeah, I don't. I looked that up, and what the hell is Yinzerland? I don't know.
So Yinzers are what they call people from Pittsburgh, like Steelers fans, and generally people from that area are called Yinzers.
So
one of the dudes I watch on YouTube is a big Steelers fan, and he is a Yinzer.
So every teacher who's ever taught in a Virginia school ever who puts all their Steelers stuff up all the time.
Also, you might want to shrink the questions because you can't see the answers on our stream, or is that on purpose?
No, I think that's just I got it.
The way it's showing it.
No, I think the question is just too long. There we go.
I'm sorry. That's my fault. I came across a story and didn't care to click and read it. Yeah, I literally swiped. All of my questions, by the way, this week for current events came from me swiping right on my Apple phone and Apple News being like, "Hey, did you see that Florida man killed a chicken? Hey, did you see that Heinz Stadium got bought out?"
So we had one violation. Just to let you guys know,
let it ride.
As far as we're gonna let it ride.
I got to ask my balls. They're here regularly.
Yeah. But when a question is actively being asked, like we haven't given you the answer yet, don't navigate away from the app. Don't navigate away from the browser because then it's like, oh, you're looking stuff up. So just answer the question before you move on. But okay, next that answer is it's gonna be called Arcashire Stadium. Or
This sounds weird.
I'm assuming it's Arc like ARC. Arcashire.
Arcashire, I think, because they're like an insurance company or something. So that was my guess as well.
Yeah.
By definition, it's not even on Urban Dictionary. It's just a word, Yinzer, a native or inhabitant of the city of Pittsburgh in western Pennsylvania.
Interesting.
Literally, that's it. I walked over to a table of Yinzers and instantly felt at home. No, I didn't. Thank you, Google. Moving on to what is probably my favorite category in current events, it's food. For all of you that enjoy your food prepared in a very specific way, there is some depressing news for you. What fast food-esque restaurant is completely changing the way that it prepares food?
So, like, I didn't know how to translate this one, because, like, if I said...
Yeah, I know.
Like...
I thought about that as well.
Yeah, like...
Yeah, I mean, it's complicated.
I think fast food-esque is a very large...
way to go.
Yeah. Like, all of these restaurants, it's not fast food. You're not just, like, going up to a speaker and, like, that's it. Oh, no,
because I think I definitely put restaurant in the first one.
Yeah.
But yeah, Burger King's definitely the only fast food one in the options. I think, in retrospect, we could have maybe... See, I've thought about putting more, like, sandwich places up.
Yeah.
Because that's generally how fast food-esque is in my head. So, like, Jersey Mike's is fast food-esque. I'm thinking of Which Wich and Jimmy John's.
Yeah.
But I mean, Five Guys is that way. They prepare your thing there. Chipotle's the same way.
Chipotle, Qdoba,
Moe's.
Anywhere where you like have your selection in front of you, I think is fast food-esque.
Yeah, I agree with that. Hands down.
Well,
where'd you go?
We got everybody in there, so.
We got everybody in. I'm showing 8 of 9 still. Oh. Tell me Caitlin didn't again.
I got 8 of 8.
Yep.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Huh. I guess Caitlin ain't playing.
That feels bad. The correct answer is Subway. So Subway, after I think it was, I got to read the whole story of Subway, which is actually really neat. The random dude in like Maine or Vermont made a place called like his co-founder. It was like Jake's Subs or something. This question is very trivia-esque.
Oh.
Funny.
Screw you, Mappy.
But it was like this independent company. It was like a big deal when he made it. Yada yada yada. Whole point being is that like they had this super big thing about making your food in front of you. So now what they're gonna do is have pre-made subs in boxes, and you're just gonna order, and they're just gonna turn around, pull it out, and hand it to you. That's it.
No, just no.
Because
no.
they're tanking.
No.
But I go there a lot, so I feel bad.
There was a, what is it? Last week tonight with John Oliver, who did a whole thing on Subway, and it's like Subway does not control who franchises. There could literally be a Subway across the street from another Subway, and they'll approve that franchisement just to get the money from it. They don't care.
Well, that was one of the big things of his 3 tenants. The last one was ad stores. That was the whole thing, was literally as many stores as physically possible.
Yep. Well, number 4. It wouldn't be Drink Think Trivia without talking about space. Recently, NASA decided to not lose something they sent into space, but what are they setting up now? So, for those of you who don't know the origins of Drink and Think Trivia, we started at Rocket Frog, and our entire group of regulars all worked for Lockheed Martin, which turned into Space ATK, and then some booze people came along, and our first ever theme night was a astrophysics night. Like it was all about space and space stuff and math, and we have obviously evolved from that. But
you, Homer Simpson, nerds, and we are nerds,
and they still come. Like that, those guys are still there.
I love it.
It's like it comes in like waves though, where like they'll be there for like a month or two, and then they'll disappear for 2 or 3 months, and they'll come back for like a month or two. And
I got you.
So the answer is the James Webb Telescope, which they're looking to rename actually for some reason or another. I don't know. I didn't read that. I didn't read that article.
The biggest part of the article I got from us was they had it set up. And Ben even had a space category in the trivia he set up. I remember that. It wasn't space like this space, but hey, he made it work. They took a picture of what they think is like the furthest away galaxy that we've ever found. And it looked like little dots on a black screen like everything in the galaxies do. But anyway.
No. Well, I saw some graphic, and again, this is obviously like, I saw it on Facebook, so I don't know how reliable it is, but like, it showed how far does the Hubble see?
Right.
I believe they're renaming it to Spud Web. Huh. But there's like the most major galaxies is where the Hubble can see, and into some of like the first galaxies being created, it can see as far as like time goes, because light years and whatnot. But this is supposed to be able to see like where the first stars are being created.
Oh, that's interesting.
Or were created or whatever. So
the only reason I have a general idea of how that, like the separation of travel through space and time works, is because of that book that came out about 6 months or a year ago. And now I can't remember the name of the book, which feels terrible, but it was a really neat book about space, and they talked about how like you wouldn't age as you travel through space, or many years would pass back home while you weren't aging.
Yeah, as you closer you get to light speed, the slower you age, or the more time speeds up around you, essentially.
Yeah, time speeds up around you. Here we go. And some completely different news. We have positive news in the current events. Doug, I don't think we can do this question. It doesn't fit our current event theme. I'm done.
And I know it's positive. We'll get through it. It's fine. We can choke it down. It's fine.
All right. Opening lines of communication finally between the leaders of what 2 countries picked up the phone for the first time in a while. So We got some lines of communication finally between two countries that they haven't been talking in a long time. Who are they? I love that there's so many feasible options to this question. There are so many countries that just literally hate each other.
Yep.
Like, nope, don't like you.
Honestly, I feel like you could put two darts in your hand and throw them, and regardless which two they hit, it's like these two hate each other.
Yep, neither country just don't like each other.
Why? Because of the maple leaf tax of 1727 that they still hold a grudge about for no reason.
Dude, people get grudgy about everything. The friggin' Montreal Canadiens hate the Hurricanes in hockey because we offer-sheeted their team. Like, they hate us because of that, and it's genuinely almost a rivalry. Countries literally just have to look at each other. That's my new theory.
Well, that's like the Wild. Like, the Stars left, and they got another team, and they're like, no, we're going to hold on to our hate because this team that doesn't represent us in any way, shape, or form anymore used to exist here.
Hey, Doug. What do we know about hate?
Hate. Hate keeps you warm.
It keeps you warm. The correct answer is Israel and Palestine.
Doesn't keep you dry, though. Found that out the hard way.
It does not keep you dry. That is facts.
If anything, when they give you a raincoat and you have that hate going on, the rain gets
God.
stuck in between the two parts of the raincoat, and you get kind of puffy because it, like, holds the water for some reason, even though it's supposed to be a rain jacket. I don't know.
Not great.
Yeah. All right. In other sports news, after being purchased by the heir apparent of Walmart, the Broncos have what new former Secretary of State also joining the Owners Club?
I actually heard about this too. This was a really neat thing. I didn't realize that they were such a diehard football fan. Kind of makes sense though.
Yeah.
I've always thought in the back of my head that Super Serial, what's his name? I was gonna make a joke and then I forgot his name.
Al Gore.
I always think Al Gore's definitely a football fan.
I'm Super Serial.
Super Serial.
About the Broncos.
Oh my god.
Which given South Park would like check out completely.
Like I know it absolutely makes sense.
All right, and the answer is Condoleezza Rice. Actually, bought in and is now on the owners board of the Denver Broncos.
But has been a Broncos fan apparently for a long time.
Oh yeah, which that shocked me. Like I know she lived in Colorado for a little while. Like that's not her like claimed state of origin. Because she was part military brat. I say part because her dad wasn't in like her entire childhood. She still gets props though because being a military brat is hard.
Definitely.
So
thank you all for your service.
Speaking as one, having to put up with my fucking dad. Yeah. I hope he's watching.
That would be funny.
You suck, Dad.
Anyway,
but like she was in Colorado for a while, and like this is legitimately how I became Broncos fan. Was we were stationed in Colorado Springs, and the Broncos won 2 Super Bowls in a row. I was 7, and I was like, hey, if I'm gonna pick a team, I might as well pick a winning one. And
pick the winning one.
And then I suffered for 17 years, and then we went back to the Super Bowl and got embarrassed the next time we went because we had a safety on the second play of the game. Hey, and then we came back later and won.
And won. So there you go. I was gonna say, speaking of Doug's rebellious childhood, protests are breaking out all over the place in the world. This protest I can get behind. Protesters in what country occupied leader's luxury mansion to throw a rager? So in what country did they overtake the leader's luxury mansion? And the book that I read, Project Hail Mary. I had to go to my Audible to remember. But anyway.
Like, if we're gonna overthrow the bourgeoisie, like, let's just go party in their mansions. Why not?
I mean, I think like, that's the
French did it wrong. They stormed Versailles and then took the royals out of it. They should have kicked the royals out and then threw their own party.
All I'm saying is, having been to Versailles, the amount of money, alcohol, and people you would have to take in there to take over and throw a rager in it is not worth the time and effort. There's like 300 rooms in that place. And they're all separated because it's an old, it's a hunting lodge. Literally every one of them is just like animal mounts everywhere.
Yep.
It's a beautiful building. Don't get me wrong.
The Hall of Mirrors is amazing, but
we would be throwing ragers in like separate countries. It would feel like.
Yeah. Like if you go to
I want a more cozy atmosphere.
You could have a different alcohol in every room and run out of alcohols.
Oh,
Like,
absolutely.
That's the vodka room. That's the bourbon room. That's the Scotch room. That's the rum. We're okay. Well, that was the first 19 rooms. What do we do with the other 100?
Now what?
Right.
The correct answer here is Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka.
There are.
I like to say that country.
As my voice cracks, there are a ton of revolutions going on right now. Like.
Yeah, it's happening.
Yep. And for our final question, this is a free wager, so for those of you who haven't played with us before, you have up to 7 points to wager with. So you can wager 0, get 0 points if you get the question wrong, or get the question right, or wrong. Either way, you get 0 points. If you wager 7, you get it right, 7 points for you. Get it wrong, you lose 7 points. That's how it works. If you've been noticing, you've been having speed bonuses so you can have up to 4 points per question. So this might not break the bank for people, but more sports. The Justice Department is starting an investigation into what professional organization for possible antitrust violations. And by professional organization, it probably starts with national or professional or international.
It's one of the big leagues, I believe in you.
It's a big league. Like we're not talking about like a specific team. We're talking about an entire organization.
There you go.
And
Kenny, how long did it take you to backpack through Sri Lanka? That's neat.
Yeah.
That's not a giant country, is it?
No, I feel like that'd be a hiking like, I don't know, a quarter of the AP?
Possibly.
Or AT, sorry.
AT. You said that, and in my head, I figured that's what you meant, but I wasn't sure. Now, the Appalachian, how long does it take to hike the Appalachian Trail? Isn't it like a month and a half or something crazy?
It's like 2
You do it all?
3 months.
I was thinking 2 months.
The whole AT
that might be high.
What's Georgia to Maine? Or Maine to Georgia?
Something like that. The average is 5 to 7 months.
Jeez. Alright, I was way off.
And according to, and it's trying to do it from my house. Dog, that's not the Appalachian Trail. That's just walking through Greensboro. Who wants to do that? No. What's wrong with you?
5 to 7 months.
I think it's trying to take me from my house. Oh, it is. It's trying to take me from my house to the Appalachian Trail Conservatory, which is in Maryland or Northern Virginia. What?
How slow do they think you're walking?
Google, you're drunk. Go home, Google.
Are they assuming that you're going to have to, like?
It's 125 hours, 380 miles.
Is it taking up 95 and you have to dodge traffic the whole time or something? Like, come on.
But yeah, it does. It says 5 to 7 months, 2,190 miles. Oh dear Lord. Lord, I've been on enough of the Appalachian Trail by my parents' house. I don't need to hike the whole damn thing. It's just woods.
No, it's good. But, and the answer is the PGA.
Yeah. Because
antitrust violations? I don't know. I didn't read too much into it.
The PGA is getting investigated because I think because of the LIV stuff. So their players are trying to leave and go play in the LIV league, and they're like cracking down on it, and like they're having people come out and talk against it and badmouth it and talk about preventing them from playing. So I think that's why they're getting researched into, because of antitrust, because they're basically monopolizing golf.
So someone answered WWE. They were so lucky that AEW came around, because the Justice Department was actually looking at the WWE for antitrust, and they're like, "Oh no, we have all these different shows though. It doesn't matter. It's all the same thing."
Still you guys.
And anyone who left were doing like backyard shows, essentially. Like New Japan existed.
They weren't making money. Right? Yeah, but New Japan's totally different.
Yeah, you have to buy like a subscription to a special channel with a VPN to watch New Japan. Like, it's not readily available on Fox or TNT or any of those. But yeah, the answer is PGA. So with that, scores thus far. Let's see if it shows the same thing on this as it does on mine. why that delay is.
Mom,
Okay.
bungholes don't cheat. I was answering a work text on that last one. Was that one of the older questions that I missed?
That's fine. First place is E with
I see it.
14.3, followed by a bunghole pecan 10.8, rocky bunghole 8.93, scrappy and tiny 8.91. Then we have chocolate bunghole cookie dough, bungholes and cream, fantastic orphans, and where to leave them. What?
That's an amazing name.
Oh my god!
That's all I say about that.
And ask my walls. I'm giving them bonus points. Like
Fantastic orphans and where to leave.
I'm definitely giving them bonus points later, but yeah. So,
Hey Doug, they're all ice cream flavors. I got it.
there you go. All right. Next round. Let's get it going.
States by state animal. I went to some website or something and found the state mammals of states for the United States. So we're gonna do a round on that because I don't know reasons. So what's the state animal of Oregon? Let's go.
I think this was an
It's
easy one.
particularly mammals. Yeah, this one should have been easy, I thought. Some of them you can back into fairly easy. I will say mammals do include marine mammals, but I think that comes in later in the round.
Also, red
Yeah.
foxes are bears.
Portland. Wait, hold on. What?
Red foxes are bears. Wait, no.
The little-
red
you're-
pandas are.
I was about to say, you're talking about pandas, and that's what I thought you
Yeah.
meant, but all I could think in my head was Mario, and I'm like, that's not what I want to say.
No, red pandas are. Yeah, never mind.
The correct answer is the beaver. Which is why Oregon State are the beavers, most likely.
They are. Oh yeah, they are. I was
Yeah,
thinking.
Oregon
I was thinking
State.
Oregon. Though.
Not
Like,
Oregon, not the
those are
Ducky Ducks.
Now swing over to our
Not-
favorite cheese state, or probably not for the FAFs, but what about Wisconsin?
I mean, they still have to like the cheese from there, right? Fafros, do you not eat cheese from Wisconsin? It's really good cheese.
Dude, they have the best beer. The best.
Do
beer.
they?
Yeah.
Okay. fair.
Spotted cow. If you are ever, it only sells in Wisconsin. So if you are ever in Wisconsin and you do not get a spotted cow, you are failing.
I love how literally everyone realized the category, realized how it went in line with the first question, and everybody got this one right. Except Kim, who refuses to answer for some reason. You're not uploading. It's not my fault that your phone doesn't work. Violation detected. I think she's cheating, Doug.
I think she's cheating. Yep. Sounds like she's cheating.
I seen it. I'm seeing the Korean drama she's watching that definitely told her.
I seen it.
Hey, that's me.
Also,
I knew a
can
really
we
cool
talk
Afro
about
from
this-
Wisconsin.
Can we talk about this gift for a second? That it was a joke that you could play Skyrim on your Alexa,
Yeah.
and then it became a thing because of this commercial.
Are you serious?
Well, they had like prototypes out already, but they're like, do we release this? Do we not? And this came out and they're like, oh, we're releasing it. This is 100%
We're releasing it.
happening.
So I think everybody knew that it was a badger.
It's a badger.
And then Doug started singing badger, 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 mushroom, mushroom.
mushroom.
It's a snake! All right. Time to flip-flop a little bit, because I got bored in the middle of this round already, because naming animals is only so much fun. The white-tailed deer is claimed by only 2 of the states provided. Or actually 3 now, because Doug added an extra one that was also incorrect. Which state does the white-tailed deer not call home? I'm assuming you researched the 4th answer you added in, because I just had 3 for funsies. Okay.
Yeah, I did.
I had faith in you, Doug. So what you'll learn
also,
really
like,
quickly.
there was only 3 options, and I'm like, if it's multiple choice, it's got to be 4. It's got to be 4. We can't have
Doesn't
3. It's
have
gotta
to be 4.
It's
Three's
got to be
fine.
4. It's got to be
It's
4.
fine. Damn it. It is really interesting how quickly you learn that the United States is like, man, I really like the white-tailed deer. Don't you like the white-tailed deer, Ted? Yeah, won't we make it our state animal? Ain't it the state animal of, like 10 other states? Yeah, Bubba, I don't care. We love white-tailed deer. I agree. Like, there's so many different kinds. The mule deer, there's other animals besides deer. Um,
Yeah.
the correct answer here is Alaska. Alaska is not. There's a lot of deer up there, but not the state animal. Hey, Doug, we stuck with a theme for another question. Go ahead.
Same question, but this time your animal is the black bear.
But seriously, same thing. It's freaking everywhere. Black bears are like.
I fucked up.
Hey, yeah, I see where you screwed up.
Yep.
You want to tell them?
Yep. Two of the answers are
put
correct.
Yeah, 2 are correct.
I have to give it to them because yeah.
You have to. You did the thing.
I did the thing. I was gonna put Virginia as.
This is why we leave 3 answers, Doug. I did my research.
Add one more state. 4.
No, I wanna.
4 answers.
Just okay. Well, I think I just wiggled my chair off of the rug.
I think I just angered Allie. I can hear her saying, "Please stop."
Uh-oh. Stop yelling. All right, everybody's here. Doug is giving everyone credit.
Yeah.
For Virginia because he had dum-dum. But the correct answer here was North Carolina. If you're curious, us North Carolinians like squirrels. Apparently.
Skvills?
It's a gray squirrel. It's spelled. Alright, this time we're shifting it again to those smooth swimming water mammals. What about the marine mammal for Washington State? You light up my... I don't know why that just popped in my head. But
I really hope someone's sitting at home like, wait, Washington State touches water?
wait a minute.
I really hope that happened. Like, I hope it didn't happen, but I also kind of hope it happened.
What I should have done was had way more fun with this and figured out like what the marine mammal of Nebraska was.
I'm changing it out of Blue Moon.
Ooh, it's Blue Moon.
Mango wheat.
Very nice, very nice. The correct answer, Washington State, as we all know, borders the Pacific Southwest or Northwest.
Southwest?
Lord. Yeah, definitely the Southwest. Pacific Northwest.
We going to Tijuana.
Let's go! And it is the orca. Good old pretty whales. All right, what you got?
Sticking with marine mammals, what do the special people of Florida claim as their own?
I tried to give an extra answer to this and then realized that I couldn't because it was incorrect technically.
Did you see the one I answered?
I am well aware of the one that you put in this because I glanced at it and went, Doug has added a Pokemon as an incorrect answer.
It's not.
Oh, wait. I just ruined one of their things.
It's not a Pokemon. It's an actual animal.
No, I know. I know a dugong is an actual animal. People know.
It just doesn't know Ice Beam in real life, unfortunately.
Boo.
Boo.
I read it 3 times.
That would solve global warming. If dugongs actually knew Ice Beam, global warming would be solved.
I wanted to put 3 answers, but also I don't know how I was trying to do this. I was trying to give an alternate answer to a multiple choice question, and I wanted sea cow to be an option, but sea cows and manatees aren't quite the same animal. They're just really close. Sea cows are slightly larger.
Barbara,
but anyway.
manatee. To be fair.
Damn it. I want to put it past Florida like Pokemon if there's it's facts. Star you go. Wait, what?
No, I guarantee if they chose a state animal as a Pokemon as a state animal, it would be Hitmonchan. Just a fight. No,
Florida
sorry,
man.
Hitmontop. Just spin around crazy and fight everything. Just keep fighting. Just keep going. It's fine.
I want to find a poll of Pokemon elected by state as state animal and then use that as a trivia, because coughing would be mine for California. LA. It's nothing but haze.
I think like Magmar. No, that's Volcano. It's something like...
Yeah, so you'd make out Hawaii.
Like Infernape? No.
Yeah, that's Pokemon I don't know.
No,
I'm trying to think of like...
Blaziken. Because
fair enough.
2 reasons. Blaze it, and it's on fire, so...
That's fair enough. I was thinking, I think that's a reasonable one. Yeah. Have you met Doug? He thinks all you do in Florida is drink beer and punch people. Speaking of,
that's fair, yeah.
About getting drunk and punching people, keep it classy, Tennessee, with this adorable tiny animal. Covered in haze.
No,
haze!
I forgot. No,
That's not mine. Sorry.
this was my favorite gift that I picked out of all of them.
One yells Rocky Top. I just threw up in my mouth. What's sad is I had this moment. Dude, that's because all you do, like, we play our fight songs constantly. Don't get me wrong. We do. But it's not the same fight song at every play. Like, we change it up. Like, on first down, you get a different fight song. On touchdown, you get a different fight song. We played Tennessee twice while we were at Tech.
Correct.
Or did we play them once? We played them once because the Battle at Bristol was after.
Yep.
No matter what they do, if they gain 2 yards on a dive, their band plays Rocky Top. It's Rocky Top nonstop for the entire football game. I used to like Rocky Top.
We marched. We got 2 yards down the field. Rocky Top. We got sacked. Rocky Top.
Rocky Top.
Interception.
Rocky Top. Rocky Top.
Which is why we started shouting, "Good old floppy cock."
There it is. And now I have FSU in my head. But anyway, the correct answer is the raccoon. Yeah, you know. You know.
I introduced Allie and Marvin and them to
Seminoles.
to our
Seminoles, animals.
It was the greatest thing ever. Like, oh yeah, we say the same thing about like IU and stuff. I'm like, I don't think you understand how much we get drunk as shit at everything. And they're like, oh yeah, if we were ever drunk in uniform, it would be like we'd get in trouble. I'm like, I'm pretty sure we were encouraged to get drunk in uniform, but
well, we were. It was a what's that word? What's that thing that you say when it's like it happens and everyone looks the other way?
Or
it wasn't encouraged, but it was frowned upon. There we go. It was frowned upon, but not bad.
I don't think it was even frowned upon. It was like everybody knows, nobody cares.
Well, Dave did tell us not to steal beer that one time.
We didn't steal beer. It was just pumpkin.
We didn't. Pumpkin stole beer, like a whole case of beer from the Georgia Dome, and got his ass sent home. Oh God.
The answer, anyway.
It was the raccoon. I got the raccoon. Yeah. We're good.
So this last question of the round, time for a curveball in the round of curveballs. Let's take to the air with the Northern Cardinal, which within 2, plus or minus 2, how many states does it call home?
Yeah, since I changed the question every round, it felt like just the curveball round of curveballs. But this is the only reason that I wrote this category, by the way. In my head, I was like, I know how many states use the Cardinal as their thing. And I just want to see how many it is and make it my final question.
How many schools, like not just FBS, but like college schools use the Cardinal, like the bird? So that was the other thing. I typed in Cardinal to try to like find like the bird, and it's that stupid ugly tree from Stanford, which is
oh God, no.
And that's not even that's not even their mascot. That's the band's mascot, and their team is the Cardinal color, the color Cardinal, not a fucking bird.
Wait, it didn't include one of the answers, so you're gonna have to count those other ones. I'm a dum-dum.
That's fine. I got it. Don't worry.
It's sad though because I had it correct, which makes me sad boy.
There's a way to do it that is a range, and I cannot figure it out for the life of me. I think Brian.
Yeah, but I had this working perfect, but I just forgot to include one. Random off topic though. On the other hand, as much as I hate them, I really still enjoy crap.
Andrew Luck, even though he
Country Roads.
Oh yeah.
No, Country Roads.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I despise West Virginia. They're douches, but I love Country Roads. Every time it comes on or they play it, I'm like, yeah, y'all right. It's pretty great.
I've been jumped and had my ass kicked by West Virginia fans at a West Virginia VT game, and I still like that song because of the second Kingsman movie. Because the dude steps.
Oh no, Doug!
Come on,
I'm going to chug a drink.
That is.
We were supposed to have a shot round tonight, and now we have to drink because you have brought up the guy singing Country Roads. Why have you done this?
That is the saddest.
I can't believe you've done this.
That is the saddest, most heroic singing
It's
of
such a
Country
good
Roads
scene, dude.
ever. I was watching that in
It's
theaters
so
with Al.
good.
I was watching that in theaters with Allie. And I'm like choking up a little bit, and she's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, shut up! I'm very conflicted right now. She's like, why?
Oh my god, it's so good. Do you want to give bonus points for anyone that wants to take a shot at if they can? I wonder if so. The correct answer is to you, Ben.
Cheers.
Oh, he dehydrated himself. I love it. So the correct answer was 7. I wonder if anyone can name all 7. I'm just interested, to be honest. I doubt it though. That'd take a while.
Yeah. So, well, name them off.
So, 7 states call the Cardinal their home. The reason I was wanting to do this is because Virginia and North Carolina do it, the 2 states I've lived in most of my life. Adjacent Virginia, otherwise known as West Virginia, ties it in there. I knew it was the state bird of Ohio. I was not aware, and probably should have been aware, that one of the I states was Illinois, and then Indiana, and also Kentucky, because Louisville.
So,
I didn't even think about Kentucky and Louisville, which is funny to me. Lawville.
My dad went to Southern Illinois, and they're not called the Cardinals. They're called the Redbirds, but their mascot is the Cardinal.
What's funny is when you go look this up, look up state birds, they have an individual picture of a cardinal every time, even though it is the northern cardinal. Like, it's a different picture, and in each one, they look completely different. Like, the one in Ohio, he's covered in snow. The state bird of Minnesota.
Hold on.
Minnesota's out west. I'm going to say most likely that it's a bigger bird of prey,
loon.
like a... Is it a loon? Okay.
The common loon. It's a duck.
I would have guessed like a condor or something, to be honest. Something that's bigger.
Of course I
Or just Googles it.
Why the hell did I, like... I asked the questions, I don't answer them here.
If I was going to guess a basic bird, I would have went with a wren, so I would have been off.
Why don't you, take leaderboard, I gotta go real quick.
I got you. Do what you gotta do. Alright, leaderboard coming up. How you gonna Google that? Have y'all met Doug? Doug don't care about y'all rules. Doug gonna do what he wants. At least I was trying to sound it out. Leaderboard, Bunghole Pecan has taken the lead with 29.177 points. Bungholes and Cream with 25.1 points. Chocolate Bunghole Cookie Dough with 24.813. I'm really going to get this changed to where it's only a tenth because it's annoying to read all the numbers. Rocky Bunghole with 23.859. Scrappy and Tiny at 22.209. Fantastic Orphans and Where to Leave Them at 21.518. At 19.334. And Ask My Balls with 17.365. Caitlin, thanks for signing up your team. And Doug does now have a negative score. All right, guys. Since he's gone, we get to move on to the next round. Guess what? I wrote this one too. I helped with current events, but I wrote the last one and this one, which you'll see as we go. Speaking of curveballs, we're about halfway through the Major League Baseball season. It's time for the All-Star break, and it's time for baseball questions. What team is the defending world champions? Welcome back, Doug.
I'm back now. I pushed the button.
I have my curveball into this, which is really funny. Curveballs! I asked the question. I still haven't seen it pop up. There we go. Good lord, the delay is strong tonight.
Yeah, I don't know why. Like, checking out my...
Everything looks good. I mean, like, I've been watching stream. We've had no lag. Also, you have a -4 score now because you cheated looking up the bird.
Apparently.
And I support Ben. So.
Yeah, I mean,
Ben.
my upload
have a
download
way.
is sitting at about 6.2 a second.
Yeah, you should be fine, dude.
Dropped frames is 0.001. I don't know why we're lagging so hard.
I don't know, but
or just the delay, I suppose.
It's gonna delay, but this is how we're gonna show the answer to this question. I'll later in. You see them up there? There they are. Reigning World Series champions.
Ooh.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Atlanta Braves. Well, my Atlanta Braves.
And the Falcons couldn't close the deal.
I know. That was sad. Oh, well, so it goes. Because the soccer team won too, right?
Yep.
I can't remember what they're called.
Yeah,
They just FC
it was
Atlanta.
You guys had 3 win, or was that last year?
Well, you had baseball last year in 2020. You had or 2021. Sorry.
Oh no, sorry. I'm thinking Cleveland. Sorry, because Cleveland that year had basketball, hockey. No,
There's somebody that did it. I know what you're talking about.
Someone did all but football, and football got
Tampa.
eliminated. In
Tampa. No, it wasn't football. It wasn't football. The Buccaneers did it. The Lightning did it. But the Rays got beat in the final because the Rays lost to the Dodgers. That's what it was. Otherwise, Florida would have taken home all of the championships for the Big Three.
Yep.
All right.
So within the past few years, we had our first MLB home run in London. What year did it happen in?
That kind of blew my mind. I also did like my notes for this question. God, I hate them. If anyone can tell me the team that this man played for, I'll give you a bonus point. In the Twitch chat or in the event chat. I forget that exists a lot of times, but I'll watch both, and whichever one I see first, that's who gets it. Who did this man play for that hit a home run in London? It is a MLB team. Be surprised.
That one. Well, they didn't win. Did they win? I don't know.
Nah. Nope, they haven't won in a while.
Yeah.
How did the Braves do in 1991? The Braves did excellent in 1991. That's qualified as one of the best World Series ever been. Why are you trying to be salty? How many World Series have the Twins? Was it the Twins? I'm pretty sure it's the Twins. How many World Series have the Twins won? I think the Braves are up to 3 now.
Oh.
And Ask My Balls, getting it correct. That's the Yankees. That's a bonus point for you, my man. A member of the Death Star hit this home run in what year, Doug?
That would be
I'm not salty because we
2019.
2019. Where is my Ask My Balls? Let's custom his question here and award him a point, even though he got the answer incorrect. I counted his point, his answer as correct when I did that. Oh well, I'll give it to you on your next one. 87 was your other one. Man, that was a great World Series. That's all I ever hear when I read like past World Series. And I would have been 2 at the time, so I didn't really get to watch it. Which I didn't watch a whole lot of the 95 one. The sad part is I watched a lot of the Braves losing to the stupid Yankees as I got older. My favorite. In 2006, Carlos Beltran played all 9 innings in the All-Star game. What team did he play for? I gave you 4 answers this time, Doug. There's 4 there. You see that? Are you happy now?
And this is what all 4 teams do. They eat ass. Like that.
That's pretty good. Pretty good. I think the Braves have 3 now because we have 95. No, maybe we just have 2. I think we have 95 and then 2021.
Oh, so I guess an announcement that should have been made earlier. We are not going to stream games anymore. Or correction, after hours games. So if you want to come play with us, you're more than welcome to. We're not going to stop playing the games. We're just going to stop streaming them because no one watches them, so who cares? So, but if you do want to play games with us afterwards, come to our Discord, play in our Discord, hang out in our Discord. We'll stream it in Discord, so like if you don't want to play, but you want to watch us be goofy and whatnot, and listen to us yell at each other, you're more than welcome to. But we're not going to stream it anymore because why not?
Why do it for us just to have our own separate screens open watching us play games with you guys?
I literally, I think, what do we say? We average 2, and it's probably you and me.
We average 2 to 2.5, yeah. So, 'twas what 'twas. The correct answer here, he played for the New York Mets. All right.
In 2018, Brandon Belt had the longest at-bat in recorded history. How many pitches did he face? That, like,
means
any. So he was at the plate for how many pitches in one go?
Regardless of any of these counts. Also, have you ever heard the Ronald Reagan story?
No.
About at-bat? So Reagan started as a radio host. I think he studied sports media or something, but he was either trying out for a gig on the radio or I think he was actually calling a game. But back then they weren't at the arena for smaller stations, so he would listen. Yeah, this GIF hurts really bad. I agree. He would be listening to the game and then making a call of the game at the same time, and the feed went out at one point. So he had this batter go on like 60 pitch at bat where he just kept fouling the ball off, and he just called it like it was happening. And everybody thought this was a real thing that happened in history for a long time. I'm pretty sure it was Reagan, but it was something like that. Like the last man.
Well, the answer is 21 pitches.
That's in the modern ball era, I think, was the clarification there. When we started keeping this stat, was what I think the MLB told me. Oh, you had to use the stupid Fanatic, didn't you?
Yep.
Ugh. Alright. What player this year set a record for recording at least 10 strikeouts and 8 RBIs in consecutive games? If you if you look at the answer choices in this, you can tell that I'm NL East bias.
Really? I couldn't. Really? 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 Hey, at least it's
just a little bit.
At least it's through the ages.
Through the ages.
Well, I mean, looking at how old each of these players. That's what I mean by through the ages is.
That's fair.
They're not all.
Mookie's a little older than the other three for sure.
Well, Juan Soto's what, 27 now?
Juan Soto is 20. No, he's still not that old. I want to say Juan Soto's like 24. Acuna's 22 or 23.
And Shohei
they're the same.
Shohei
is young, but not. He's young, but he also came from Japan baseball.
Oh, I'm thinking of who's the other player who recently got pulled? I can't think of his name.
Ohtani's actually 28.
I can't. So there's another Japanese player who recently got pulled over. Who's only
I don't know.
Who's only like 19 or 20. Like he got picked up real quick. I forget his name though. I can't for the life. It was in the news. I can't for the life of me think of his name.
Juan Soto's actually 23. Acuna's 24. I just had him flip flop. Ohtani's 28. The Mookster, as I hate to talk about him but love him at the same time because he's just such a classy dude, is 29, the oldest of the crew. Because he played all his years in Boston before he went to the Dodgers. The correct answer here, they aren't made up names. Sorry to break it to you, Kenny. They are a player for the Angels, the Braves, the Washington Nationals, and the LA Dodgers. But the correct answer is Shohei Ohtani from the Angels because he is a pitcher as well as a batter. So he's the first person to do consecutive games where he was pitching and striking people out as well as driving in runs. 8 RBIs in consecutive games. That means he hit like 2 grand slams. Freaking stupid, man.
They can't, like, the reason he keeps jumping teams is they can't afford him anymore. Like, he's just so good.
Mookie, yeah. Well, the Dodgers have had him for 3 years now because it's the Dodgers.
But after, I mean, most of the contracts he signs are for 2 or 3 years. And then after that, It's like, hey, have you seen my stats? That'll be $200 million, please. Oh, you can't afford me?
Please,
on to the next team. All right.
I feel like that's all the Dodgers do.
With a giant stack of other records, what pitcher was the first pitcher to throw an MLB pitch at over 100 miles an hour?
Now this, Douglas, this is through the ages.
This is definitely through the ages.
I'm still showing my NL East bias, but I also chose people that were on the list.
Bringing Tom Glavine into it, that's. I think
pitched semi-fast. What do you want from me?
No, so Nolan Ryan, Randy Johnson, Roger Clemens, all of them. Okay, I fully understand. All great pitchers in their own right. Tom Glavine is too, but Tom Glavine's that one that pushes it over the edge of like, hey, here's your bias.
Oh, by the way, I spelled Tom Glavine's name wrong. There's an E at the end.
There is.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I just pulled it up. That doesn't push it over the edge. What do you want from me? This man was I don't know. He pitched for the Braves until 2008.
How old was he? 97?
He's 56 now. So that means that he was 44?
Gee, that's ancient in baseball.
Was he still pitching? He was still pitching. He started pitching for the Braves in 87 and was 2-4 in 2008 with a 5 ERA. He had a sub-2 ERA, Doug, for almost a decade. I don't want to hear my bias. Thank you.
But you also
sub-2 and a World Series.
Let's talk about needing to quit before you get to 5 ERA, though. Like,
hey, dog.
On,
everybody has a 5 ERA now. They can all hit the ball.
Come on,
they
man.
juice the ball in the middle of that.
Yeah, so the answer is Nolan Ryan.
That is old Nolan Ryan. I actually found a card of his at my house the other day when I was going through all my old baseball cards. It's worth like nothing, but it was neat to have a Nolan Ryan card. Is this one mine? I think it is, isn't it? I actually found this one interesting and didn't show my bias because I didn't put my coach on here, even though he's really old. What current manager who started playing in 1963 is currently the oldest manager in 2022? Forgot to ask the question.
I definitely read Joe Madden wrong as John Madden. I'm like, wait, hold on. No, that's not right.
Yeah, Smoltz definitely would have been more likely to be the 100-mile-an-hour guy. But no, he went to the Mets in 03. I was actually looking at his stat reference. And stayed with the Mets till 07, and then came back to the Braves in 08 to literally pitch 6 games. Played 13. It looks like he was in 13 games that year. He started 13 and only won or lost 6 of them. So pitched 63 innings actually. They literally brought him back to retire him as a Brave. I mean,
Yeah,
there's no denying that.
Yeah. What I have no problem with that when people sign like $1 contracts, they pitch like an inning and then they retire them there.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I actually
go
love
for it.
when teams do that, if I'm being honest. Like, when they just bring them back. Like, I think they did that with Witt, and I think Steve Smith did that with the Panthers even after all the bad blood when he went to the Ravens. But I didn't realize that Glavine had 2 Cy Youngs. Braves have way too many good pitchers. He won the Cy Young in 91, the year that the stupid Twins beat us. And was second, third, win second. Good night.
Answer is
Tony La Russa. Actually, I got thinking about that the other day and how old Tony La Russa was, if I'm being honest.
all right. Well, last one of the round. This is the halfway point. Time for the twist that's not so twisty this time. Of the 6 teams mentioned in this round, Braves, Yankees, Rangers, Dodgers, Mets, and Astros, which team has won the World Series the most since 2000?
Since
So
2000.
Not overall, since 2000.
Sorry to hit you with a bad round. I don't watch a lot. Well, I've started watching a lot of baseball in the last 4 or 5 years, but Kim's got into it a lot, so we keep up with baseball pretty regular. And I feel like we write a lot of questions about hockey, so
No, we
I
do.
just wanted to even it up a little bit. We're kind of a hockey group.
I will let you all know, I saved you from hell tonight. Our last round was originally going to be songs that play when a hockey team scores. Name the team by the song given. So, you're welcome. Because I changed it.
Hockey.
I have been watching the Avalanche since I was 9, and I still don't know what song they play when they score.
I've been an insanely committed fan of hockey since 2002, and I only know the Hurricanes song, which will blow all of your mind, I would imagine, because they had to vote on it like 3 years ago because we changed it from Brass Bonanza. And the only reason I know Brass Bonanza is because, you know, the Whalers are the Whalers.
Yeah.
But the Hurricanes play Petey Pablo Raise Up because he's from Raleigh.
And the answer is the Yankees.
Yeah, so the Death Star, as I like to call them, have 27 World Series, but they've won 2 in this time. Amazingly, the Dodgers have only won 1, the Braves won 1, and then the Astros won 1. Mets and Rangers, 0.
Well, and in first place, Fantastic Orphans and Where to Leave Them with 41.94 points. Bungholes and Cream, 38.7. Bunghole Pecan, 37.42. Cookie, or Chocolate, Bunghole Cookie Dough, Ask My Balls, Scrappy and Tiny, Rocky Bunghole, and Caitlin Granby.
I think what blew my mind about that answer was how many World Series the Red Sox have won since 2000. Like, I remember them winning, like, 1 or maybe 2. It blew my mind that they had won 4 freaking World Series since 2000. It's just weird. I don't know. Threw my mind off.
Well,
All right, that was halftime. You ready to keep getting it?
let's keep going.
All right. We've done Florida Man before, and their stupid antics. So you know what? Let's broaden that to the dumbest criminals around the world. A few years ago, a man in Glasgow tried to hold up a store by using what stuffed into a sock? But what did he use to impersonate a gun?
I will say a lot of this can probably be backed up into or guessed into, but yeah, it's not great.
Good luck. Doug wanted you to have 4 options. I'd have given you 3. You'd have a slightly easier chance of getting the question right.
Honestly, I should have given you. This should have been a 50-50 round.
It's all good.
To be fair.
To be fair, the correct answer is cucumber. He stuffed a cucumber into a sock.
Oh, my bad.
Committed a crime. All right.
Social media is never your friend. This dumb criminal posted a mirror selfie from the house he was burglaring and posted it to what platform?
Dear Lord, help us all. Social media.
I struggled to think of a 4th platform. That is your hint for which one it isn't.
I mean, hold on. What would I have said here? What would I have said besides Parlor? Let's see. LinkedIn, maybe? I guess that's technically social media.
I mean...
I'm not wrong.
Well, the answer is Facebook, anyway.
Nah, this was an old school criminal. They weren't on the Insta. Alright, speaking of social media. MySpace. You could have put MySpace. No one knows what MySpace is anymore, except us. Man, I loved my MySpace page. I miss it. I go log into it sometimes just to look at it. Speaking of social media, this next criminal changed his profile picture to what? Which immediately got him caught. How stupid were the criminals you found, Doug? This is next level. I do think I logged into my MySpace the other day. Now I gotta remember. Does MySpace even exist anymore?
I know it got sold for like $47 billion. Not really that much, but a ton of money. Someone tried to come after Tom from MySpace, saying, "Man, I wish I was so good at life that I could just, run the worst social media platform ever." And he responded with like, "No, I'm just a dude who sold MySpace for like X amount of money and doesn't do shit all day now."
I remember that. I remember seeing that. Dude, you gotta remember your username for MySpace? I don't know what that is.
Remember when MySpace was a music platform? Like when people would drop their albums on MySpace?
Yes. I mean, I distinctly remember all that because I remember the music was one of my favorite parts of MySpace. Was having Music Jam in the background, so people had to listen to Seether because I was an angsty teenager.
Looking back, I hated
just
that
fake it,
so
Doug.
much. I hated that so much because you'd just be scrolling through and clicking on a friend's profile, and then just have Linkin Park blasting through your speakers for no reason.
I've become so numb. What? What just happened?
What? I think partially. I think that's why I'm deaf. Like.
The correct answer. This bro posted a wanted poster as his profile picture.
Which is different than a mugshot. So for those of you who are like, oh, well, mugshot's on a wanted poster. That is true. But a wanted poster has your name, your last known address, your last known associate, where you're like, how much your bond is worth. Like, this This man posted all of his info on that wanted poster on his Facebook profile.
God help us all.
So, if you're going to commit a robbery, maybe don't use a method that destroys the goods. These people destroyed the money in an ATM after they used what to break in? So, the story is that they stole the ATM machine, or the ATM, out of where it was, took it to their hideout, and then used one of these to try to crack it open, and burned all the money in the ATM.
Yes, they did. Oh my god. I'm literally trying to remember how to log into my MySpace right now. I'm not lying. I'm not gonna lie to you all. I want to know what it looks like now.
I do not want to know.
I want to remember, Doug.
I know the email attached to it. I don't know the login for it, but the answer is explosives. They set off explosives on the outside of it, opened it up, and it burned all the money inside.
I don't remember trying to break into a thing. An ATM machine. Don't shoot your shot when you're in the middle of committing a crime. This Prince Charming was caught after he gave what to the cashier he was robbing? Oh, people are dumb. I don't know. I'm not saying criminals should be smart, but you'd think that you'd at least, I don't know. Maybe it's all the true crime I've watched and all the all that. I mean, that's pretty much it. But the obsession in my head of if I had to commit a crime, what all I would do to try to not be caught. And this ain't it.
So, I can't wrap my head around the dumbness involved. But
Yeah. Kim said no matter what, people will shoot their shot. When she was handing out STD tests at Tech, some dude was like, "You want to go out?" No, bro. I don't want gonorrhea, thank you. Correct answer, phone number.
That's when you just get a female police officer like, "Hey, I got your number earlier. Like, I thought you were hot. Can you show up at this address?" It's the
Yeah,
police.
babe, let's go.
It's the police station he shows up to.
Oh. Wait a minute.
You should never bring a knife to a gunfight, but this dude apparently never learned that. And the biggest brain play ever. This criminal tried to rob a gun store with what?
Oh, dear Lord. I do love how you included the joke you made in this as an answer, because it possibly could be it.
I had to.
I know. I'm well aware.
It's called.
I have enjoyed.
It's called a callback. It works in comedy.
It's a callback. I have so thoroughly enjoyed this round, so very much. I don't think anyone's done exceedingly well on it, but it has been enjoyable for us at least. Dear Lord, man.
Well, the answer is it was a baseball bat.
Yeah, he brought a baseball bat. Metal or wood, Doug?
Here's the better question. Does it matter?
Does it matter? That's the correct response.
I think the correct answer is how many did he bring? Because if I start chucking baseball bats, I don't care how many guns you have. You're gonna start ducking those things. You're not gonna try to get a beat on me because no one wants to take a flying baseball bat to the face.
Character from Doom, how many bats do you think you can feasibly carry?
That's not the question.
Alright, these Bonnie and Clyde wannabes decided they needed a disguise to do their robbery. But instead of the usual mask, they opted for what more permanent disguise that led to them being caught? Ben is asking about Speed Round.
So we have a choice. I'm leaning towards one.
I agree with your choice on that, but it's not going to be as easy. But I agree with you.
Here's our choice. We're either going to do Speed Round next. Actually, let me double check that it's yes. So we either do Speed Round as the next round.
Yep. Or
Speed Round as the last round. All I'm going to tell you is that we will give you slightly more time for the last round, and we will give you significantly less time for the next round. So, for those of you who have not watched Shoresy yet, that's how they start off hockey games is... Shoresy, you ready? Good, because you're going.
I just posted a poll just to see, and this is how you've already picked. That's cool, but we have a poll that literally says short but easier, longer but harder. The correct answer. These people mark their face with permanent marker. Big brain move. All right, Doug, bring them round home.
The best part about that is, what do you mean? No, why did our timer just reset?
What timer?
Like the time we've been live, can't hear either.
Oh, it's still showing 122 for me. Oh, no sound.
I just hit 1
Refresh.
minute.
Yeah, mine's showing an hour 22.
Yeah, hit refresh. Apparently that's gonna help you out, guys.
Yeah, mine's showing it live too, so just refresh your stream. Talk to me again, Doug. See if sound's working.
Talk to me, baby.
Yeah, I'm not getting sound. I will say that. Weird.
Test. Everything on stream is showing me is.
Yeah, I'm not picking up sound right now. Weird. Definitely not muted. I was making sure. Kim, can you pull up stream and see if you hear us?
I just refreshed and it's showing. Hold on, I'm gonna mute
Everything's
myself.
showing good for me, but sound. No sound for Kim either. So we have no sound. Yeah, no, I know it was working. Huh. Odd.
Yeah, that's super weird. I can't.
I'm confused. What would be? It's not picking up anything. So.
I mean, Discord's picking us up, so it's got to be something.
Yeah, no, I see the.
Audio issues are the worst.